Please like the video and share your thoughts in the comments. Your feedback helps make the content better. She walked past me in the kitchen like I was some guy checking the pipes. Where are you off to? I asked. It was Tuesday, almost 8, dinner plate still in the sink. Lauren didn't even slow down. Out. Don't wait up. Out where? She turned, already annoyed. Mark, can we not do the interrogation thing? I said I'm going out. You used to tell me where, I said. You used to sound like you liked me. She rolled her eyes so hard it should have hurt. You're being dramatic. People change. I have friends. I have a life. Yeah, I said. You changed a lot. In like 3 weeks. Here we go, she muttered, grabbing her purse. See? This is why I don't tell you anything. You turn into management. It's called being married. It's called trusting your wife, she fired back. Try it. She opened the door. I stepped aside. No yelling, no grabbing, no scene. I just looked at her. I don't recognize you, I said. Whatever this is, it's not how we live. She smirked, that new smirk I'd been seeing. Then start recognizing the updated version. And she left. If I'd known where it was headed, I would have canceled the anniversary dinner right then. I rinsed the dishes, wiped the counter, and made a simple decision. If she was running freelance hours, I was done playing chauffeur, planner, and walking wallet. Quiet, clean, without drama. I opened my laptop, pulled up the joint calendar, and removed myself from everything she'd tacked onto my week. Her friend's baby shower? Gone. Her cousin's barbecue where I was supposed to be nice? Gone. The Wednesday ride to her office? Gone. I wasn't going to be the dependable backdrop to someone else's side schedule. Next morning, she came down in a fitted dress, phone in hand, keys jangling. Hey, can you drop me off downtown? I don't want to deal with parking. Nope. She blinked. What? I'm heading the other way. Got a meeting. You didn't say that. I don't report every move, I said. You said that yesterday. Her eyes narrowed. So now you're being petty. I took a sip of coffee. No, I'm matching energy. Mark, I need the car. You have the other one. I don't want to take the other one. I'm dressed. Then call a ride. She stared at me like I'd slapped her. Is this because I went out? It's because I'm not a doormat on wheels. She exhaled hard. You're overreacting. Good, I said. Means I'm still alive. She grabbed her bag and stormed out to the other car. 10 minutes later, she texted, You're being controlling. I replied, You're confusing standards with control. She didn't answer. That was signal number 1. She wanted full access to me, but none of the accountability to me. I clocked it and adjusted. That was the first boundary. That night, she came home late again. Hair messy like she'd been driving with the windows down. Perfume from somebody else's house, not ours. I was at the dining table going through invoices. She dropped her bag and hovered. Hey, she said softer. Sorry I was sharp before. I didn't look up right away. Yeah, I've just had a lot going on. Jenna's dealing with a breakup. I'm trying to be there for her. Every night. She ignored that. I made plans for Friday. Don't make anything. What is it? Just drinks with people. We'll go together. Whose people? She hesitated, then smiled small. My old friend group. From before. Don't overreact, okay? There a guy in that group named Eric? I asked. Her eyes flickered. Quick. Too quick. Don't start. So yes. He's part of the group, Mark. We're all grown. I told you about him. You told me he moved away. He did. He's back for a bit. And you suddenly started going out every night. Oh my God, she groaned. You're reading patterns that aren't there. I'm reading behavior. She walked around the table and put a hand on my shoulder. Warm, careful. The first soft move in weeks. Let's not fight, she murmured. We have our anniversary coming. 5 years. Don't ruin it. I'm not the one running mystery nights. It's not mystery nights, she said quickly. It's me networking, helping, just getting out. You should be happy I have a life. I'd be happy if I were in it. She kissed my temple. You are. Stop being suspicious. That was her first softening. Pat on the head, kiss on the temple, zero change in schedule. Classic. Friday I didn't go. I texted her midday. I won't make it. Finishing a project. You go? She wrote back. You can never just support. I didn't answer. Instead, I called my buddy Nate. We coached Little League together, straight shooter, happily divorced. What's up, he asked. Question, I said. Your ex start going out late nights before it blew up? He gave a dry laugh. Bro, that's the warm-up. You got weird hours. She does. Does she give you attitude for asking? Yep. Then she's hiding leverage, he said. Make sure you got yours. Which is? Place to go? Money separate. Real schedule, not fake Google Calendar. He paused. And don't let her shame you into silence in front of people. That's how they win. I heard him. I acted. I messaged our bank rep, split a portion of my direct deposit to a personal account. I went to my office manager and shifted my hours earlier, so I was out of the house in the evenings. I stopped asking where she was. She wanted freedom? Good. Enjoy it in a house where I'm not waiting up. By week 3, she noticed. You're barely home, she said one night, standing in the hallway in leggings and a big t-shirt. You're doing it out of spite. No, I'm doing it so I stop resenting you. You're punishing me because I have friends. You're mistaking marriage for a subscription service, I said. You click on me when you want, you click off when you don't. I canceled auto-renew. She scoffed. Do you even hear how dramatic you sound? Do you hear how detached you sound? She crossed her arms. Look, this is temporary. I'm helping someone. I also like catching up with people I knew before you. That doesn't mean I'm out doing things. I didn't say you were. You're implying it. I'm telling you there's a pattern, I said. You changed fast. You're sharper. You don't like questions. You're running parallel options. Her face froze. What? You want to make sure if this house burns, you walk straight into another one. That's what this is. She threw her hands up. That is insane. Is it? Yes. You sure? Stop, she snapped. Stop trying to control who I talk to. I'm controlling me, I said. I'm just not giving unlimited access to a woman who treats me like an intern. That landed. Her eyes flashed. So that's how you see me now. It's how you're acting. She stared at me for a long second, then her tone flipped like a switch. Okay, she said, calmer. Mark, listen. We've both been stressed. Let's reset. Our anniversary is next Saturday. I booked a place. I invited people. It's going to be nice. Can we just show up as a normal couple? You invited people? Yeah. I wanted to celebrate. 5 years is big. Who's on that list? She shrugged too casually. My parents, yours, Jenna and Kyle, a couple from gym, some work people. And Eric. She chewed her lip. He might come. He's close with Jenna. Of course he is. Don't make a scene, she warned. He's just a friend. You're smiling a lot for just a friend. Because you're so predictable, she said, half laughing. You always think the worst. No, I said. I think in probabilities. She sighed. Just be there. On time. In a good mood. Please. I nodded. Okay. I'll be there. In a mood. She rolled her eyes again, but she left it, thinking she'd steered me back. She didn't realize I'd already decided. The anniversary would be the audit. Everyone she was trying to impress in one room. Perfect place to set the actual rules. The week before the dinner, she did her second soft turn. Made breakfast one morning. Sat next to me on the couch. Asked about work. Even texted me a picture at lunch. Miss you. It looked like care. It smelled like strategy. You know when someone's being nice because they want you relaxed? That. Nate saw it too. We were in the garage, grabbing tools. She easing up, he asked. Fake easing, I said. Anniversary coming. He nodded. They do that. Smile before the punch. I'm not getting punched. Good, he said. Then don't drink too much that night. Stay sharp. The day came. Restaurant in Midtown, private room, long table, candles, little 5-year sign. She looked stunning. Black dress, hair done, makeup on point. She knew exactly what she was doing. When I walked in, she kissed me on the cheek, loud. There he is, she said for the whole room. My husband. I smiled back. For now. She frowned for half a second. Then the hostess was seating us. My parents waved. Her mom hugged me. Jenna was already there, the friend she'd been helping. Blonde, loud, the type that loves being on the edge of drama. And at the far end, laughing with 2 guys, was Eric. Tall, casual button down, not impressive, but he sat like he owned part of the evening. He saw me, gave me a nod like we were equals. Mark, he said, good to finally meet you. Heard a lot. I bet, I said. I shook his hand firm, no smile. Lauren slid between us. Everybody be nice, she said, fake cheerful. We're all friends. I sat across from Nate, who'd come with his girlfriend. He gave me that look. You good? I nodded once. Dinner started okay. Toasts, light jokes, parents telling stories. I played along. I can be social. I can be charming. Lauren, though, kept leaning away from me and toward her side. Jenna, Eric, two other women. Every time I tried to pull her into a couple story, she redirected. I reached for her hand under the table once. She let me take it, but her fingers were loose, like a kid bored in church. Then she pulled away to grab her phone. Halfway through, Jenna started drinking faster than anyone. She always did. She liked eyes on her. She started poking at Lauren. So, Jenna said loud, when are you two finally gonna start acting like 5 years in and not 5 months? Lauren laughed. What's that supposed to mean? It means you gotta stop auditioning him, Jenna said, pointing at me with her glass. He's already in. Lauren made a face. He just still asks a lot of questions. Because I'm married, I said. She tossed a glance over. Because you're nosy. Because you're vague. Jenna snorted. You guys kill me. Nate watched, jaw tight. Lauren raised a brow at me. See? This is what I'm talking about. You don't just let me have a night. It's always, where were you? Who were you with? Why didn't you tell me? Because you disappear, I said. At midnight. On weekdays. You know what, Mark? She said, voice going colder. Not everything is about you. I have friends before you. I'll have friends after you. That's how life works. There it was. After you. The table went quieter. Her mom murmured, Lauren. Eric kept eating, pretending this was normal. I leaned back. After me, huh? She shrugged, eyes daring me. If you keep acting like a boss, yeah. I don't do boss. You don't do accountability. I don't do control. Then you shouldn't have married a man, I said. You should have married a fan club. That got a laugh from Nate's girlfriend. Even Nate cracked. Lauren didn't like that. You really think you're perfect, don't you? She said, pointing her fork at me. You're late. You work too much. You don't compliment. You don't ask how my day was. And then you have the nerve to check when I get home? I think I'm a good husband, I said. Flawed, but present. I also think I'm not a backup plan. Jenna, drunk now, leaned in, elbow on the table, big grin. Oh, he figured it out, she sang. Lauren shot her a look. Jenna, stop. What? Jenna said, laughing. You said we could joke tonight. Not about that. About what? I asked. Eyes on Jenna. Let's hear it. Jenna looked right at me, wicked, then at Eric, then back. I said Lauren's got a spare husband if this one doesn't behave. Silence. Fork stopped. My mom froze. My dad looked at her dad. Nate sat forward. Everyone looked at Lauren. Lauren didn't deny it. She didn't get offended. She didn't say, that's not true. She didn't say, that's out of line. She smirked. She actually smirked. Slow, smug, like, yeah, and she glanced at me with that self-satisfied face I'd been seeing for weeks. Like she finally had leverage. That's when it clicked for everyone. Even her mom. Even Eric, who shifted like he hadn't planned for this to go public. That was kill turn. Not the nights, not the texting, not the missing hours. That. Public disrespect. Backup plan said out loud. At our 5-year dinner. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't cuss. I didn't slam anything. I just pulled my left hand back, unclasped my ring, and stood up. Chair scraped. All eyes on me. I walked around the table slow. I didn't look at Lauren. I looked at Eric. He looked worried now. Good. I stopped by him, held up the ring for a second so everyone could see, then took his palm and set it there. Looks like she's your problem again, buddy. I said, clear, not loud, but the room heard. Gasps. My mom's hand went to her mouth. Nate grinned like Christmas. Jenna's face went white, then red. Lauren's smirk died. Eric held the ring like it was hot metal. Hey man, that's... I'm done, I said, straightening. If anyone actually wants to celebrate our last anniversary, we're going to O'Malley's across the street. Drinks on me. Nate was on his feet instantly. I'm in. His girlfriend stood too. My dad stood. My mom hesitated, then followed me. Even Lauren's dad started to push his chair back, then looked at his wife. Half the table rose. The other half sat in awkward silence. Jenna stammered. It was a joke. No, I said. It was the truth you finally said out loud. Lauren finally found her voice. Mark, sit down. I looked at her. You spent a month acting like I was the temp. Now you get what temps do. They leave when the assignment's over. Don't make a scene, she hissed. You made the scene, I said. I'm just closing it. I walked out. People followed. Doors swung. Waiters stared. Outside, cool air hit me. Nate slapped my back. That, he said, was art. In the bar, it was easy. Music, TVs, actual laughter. I ordered wings, a round of beers. My parents hugged me and said, we're sorry. Even Lauren's dad texted me later, you didn't deserve that. Everyone at the bar said the same thing. You finally did what you had to do. Not one person said I overreacted. Not one person said, you should have talked it out. They all saw what she'd been doing. The public part just made it obvious. That night, I didn't go home. I crashed at Nate's. Slept like a man who'd unloaded a truck. Next morning, I was at the house at 8:30. Quiet street, sun up. I had coffee, boxes, and purpose. I unlocked the door. She was in the living room, makeup smeared, hair messy, still in yesterday's dress. Mark, she said, standing too fast. What are you doing? Collecting my stuff. You can't be serious. I was serious last night, I said. I'm filing today. You're not divorcing me over a joke. It wasn't a joke, I said. It was a strategy you said by accident. She came closer. It was Jenna. She was drunk. I didn't say it. You didn't deny it. I was shocked. No, I said. You were pleased. You thought I'd sit there and take it because family was around. I was trying to get you to relax, she snapped. You've been crazy jealous lately. I haven't been jealous, I said. I've been observant. You were building a ramp to your ex in case you got bored of me. You wanted to keep me loyal, available, silent, while you tested him. That is not what happened. Where is he now? She shut up. I smiled. Oh, he left. She swallowed. He texted. He said it was messy. Of course he did, I said, laughing. Of course he did. These guys love married women until the husband actually walks. Then it's, whoa, I didn't sign up to do the actual work. Tears spilled. Mark, please. I messed up. I got carried away. I liked the attention. You were distant. We can fix it. We can't, I said, picking up a box. Because I don't rebuild respect for someone who broke it on purpose. It was one night. It was a month, I said, of belittling, of late nights, of treating me like staff. The anniversary was just the part where you tried to humiliate me publicly. That's not a mistake. That's a mindset. I was scared, she said quickly. Okay. I was scared you'd leave. So I wanted to make sure I had someone. Just in case. There it is, I said. Thank you. She covered her face. I didn't do anything with him. I didn't ask, I said. I don't need proof, Lauren. I need respect. And you don't have it for me. She grabbed my arm. Don't go to a lawyer. I already set the appointment. Please. I'm not mad, I said, and it was true. I'm done. She started sobbing. He left, she repeated. He doesn't want to deal with this. Please don't leave too. I made a mistake. I chuckled. I couldn't help it. Then you better start looking for a backup for your backup. Her head snapped up. That's not funny. It's accurate. I pulled my clothes from the closet, my tools from the garage, my laptop, my personal files. I took my toothbrush. I left the furniture. I bought half anyway. She could enjoy the empty house she'd made. When did you decide? She asked in a small voice. The minute you smirked, I said. If you'd been embarrassed, if you'd shut Jenna down, if you'd told him to leave, we'd be talking. But you enjoyed it. You liked me standing there looking like the second choice. I shook my head. I don't live like that. You won't even try therapy? No. You're just walking? Yep. She wiped her face, angry now. You're throwing away 5 years. You threw away respect, I said. 5 years can't stand without it. I loaded the boxes in the truck. She followed me to the door. Where are you going? She cried. Somewhere peaceful. Is there someone else? There will be, I said. Because I don't stay single long. I have a life, remember? She flinched at her own words. I left. The lawyer was easy. No kids. Assets splittable. Clear reason. He asked, irreconcilable differences? Call it permanent disrespect, I said. But yeah. In 2 months, I signed the papers. In those 2 months, I didn't chase, didn't text, didn't answer late-night calls. She sent long messages about memories, about how we could travel, about how Eric had panicked and wasn't ready, about how she chose me. I didn't respond. She even came to Nate's once, crying at the door. Mark, I'm sorry, she said. I lost my head. I thought he would. I thought I had options. You had one good option, I said. You tested him, and he failed. You tested me, and I passed, by leaving. You're cruel. No, I said. I'm consistent. 3 months later, I was moved into a townhouse 15 minutes from the bay. I bought myself a pickup I'd been putting off because she wanted a second sedan. I started dating a woman named Kate. Calm, funny, no drama. Divorced too. Respect schedules. We cook, we work, we go out. When I say I'm busy, she says, cool, see you tomorrow. No door slams. No midnight missions. I heard about Lauren from mutuals. Eric ghosted right after that night. Jenna and she had a fight over running her mouth. Her parents sided with me, which stung her more than anything. She tried to date, but word got around in that small midtown circle about the backup husband toast. Guys don't line up to be the second chair, turns out. Sometimes, when I'm on the deck with Nate, beer on the table, TV on in the background, he brings it up. You really handed him the ring, he says, still laughing. I told her I don't play understudy. I say, I meant it. You think she learned? She learned I'm not a safety net. I say, and that's enough. That's the thing most men don't get. You don't have to scream, cry, or prove you're worthy. You just have to leave the second she makes it clear you're the backup. Because the minute a woman believes you'll stay while she shops for upgrades, you're not a husband, you're storage. I don't do storage.